Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what I'd like to do is to create videos that I would have found helpful when I first got out treasure hunting. That is to say, looking for gold, silver, jewelry, silverware at thrift shops, garage sales, and any kind of secondhand venue. This is the fourth part in a video where I am attempting to set up a pile of treasure in an aesthetically pleasing way to create my introduction. Apparently YouTube seems to indicate that it would be good for me to have some kind of introduction, maybe an outro too. I'm not sure on that one, but this is the quest to produce the introduction. And what I'm doing here is I'm just going through and I'm piling up treasure, and I'm talking about it as I pile it up. Hopefully some of this information is useful, because I am explaining where I got these things and why I chose to pick them up when I did buy them. So if anything in front of you is interesting and you'd like to know more about it, I believe everything that I've got out right now I have talked about in the prior three iterations. So now we're going to continue to fill in the rest of this. And what we're going to do, let's make sure we're zoomed in where we want to be. Right there. What we're looking to do is just make it the most treasure dense, interesting to look at picture possible. So what we are missing is something through here, I think. Some treasure sitting here, maybe some treasure sitting inside of the spoon. Yeah, maybe something to go live down on our little Newfoundland medal here. And I think then we're gonna be sitting pretty, and we'll be ready to bring in the kids to help me with the talking portion of this. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I think I want to think about what can go in here. There's another belt buckle that is a big treasure to me, but I don't know if it's going to stay in this state. And that's this one. Now, this piece dollar that's in it currently was in another belt buckle, but that belt buckle wasn't silver like this one. This one, I think, originally had a stone in it, and it was made by, as you can see here, Son of Bear. If I do it the right way up for you. Yeah, Son of Bear. And, yeah, this is sterling. From the other Son of Bear stuff, I see he used like big gnarly stones in his work. And we'll see on this one. I'm actually thinking that I might work with, there's another YouTuber that I really enjoy, and see if he can help me maybe find a nice Montana agate to put into this instead of the coin. I like the coin. I think the coin actually works nicely, and since it came out of a belt buckle, it's already has damage around the edge, so it seems to fit well. But I don't know, maybe working to have a really nice Montana agate in there would be better. We'll see. But I really do like this belt buckle, and I'm hoping that I can position it in here without knocking anything else down. Yay. All right. And for those of you who are wondering just what on earth is Crow Dragon Pirate doing, well, I'm playing with shinies. That's really what I'm doing today. And maybe some of you are enjoying me playing with shinies. And if you're not, I definitely have other videos which are probably more to your tastes. Now what we need, I haven't exhausted. I did pull out some things that were treasures. Like this I think is, it's got some French small marks on it. I'm not sure exactly the date, but I think this came out of Morocco, probably North Africa somewhere, and it's definitely been around for a long time. It's been repaired. It's got a very cool latch system here. You can see it's just quite the piece, and it's this was one I don't know. I think I actually paid $20 for this. Sue me. Like this one, I paid $25 for because I liked it. Not that I wear it, I can't imagine wearing it, but I really did like it, and I did not. Sometimes you just can't walk away from something. You know you're going to regret it if you do. And that and this piece were definitely like that. Is that the right spot for that? I feel like that is not the right spot for that. I don't think we should be covering up our that's quite so much. I'd like to put this in here. Is this the right spot for it? Oh yes, that is the right spot for it. Our second nut dish, because we have two of these, I think is actually now gonna go away. Let's see, what else do we have? Do we need to put something here? Will this go here? Yeah, okay, I like this guy. So this was one of my early garage sale finds. I think the same year I discovered that I could buy gold at garage sales, I found this. And you can see it's very nicely engraved. And then if you ever see these, you always want to open them up. And there's your mark. 14 karat. And they'll just be in with a bunch of other bangles. Yeah, this one was $1 or 50 cents. I forget which exactly. But they are a very rich source of gold. We'll just put that there. I think that's a good spot for that. All right, what do we have? We have a couple other bracelets here that I wanted to incorporate into the hoard. This one I think is really cool, and actually the local this one was broken. Some of these pieces were coming up off of it, and the local school fixed this for me. I bring them or loan them broken jewelry that they can then repair as part of the school program. This one though, they were able to do a pretty good job on it. You can see it definitely had some issues, but the thing I think is so cool about this one is that hallmark there, which I haven't fully figured out, but one of the marks means Alexandria, and that would be Alexandria, Egypt. So this is Egyptian silver. I'm not sure what the date on it is. I don't think it's super old. I think it's maybe like 60s or 70s, but it is very cool nonetheless, at least to me. And is it gonna... Perfect. Okay. Where's this guy gonna go? So this is, I think, Berber silver. And this one is Morocco. And it has a hallmark on it for small silver, which I think means that it's at least 800 silver, if I remember correctly. There's nothing on the inside, but on the outside we have right there. See the ram's head? I love little hallmarks. And it is a chunky bit of silver. So hallmarks like that are great if you're out treasure hunting because, I mean, unless you're looking real close, you're not finding that. And there is nothing on the inside that says this is silver. So this is a real kind of a sleeper piece of jewelry. Plus, it's really pretty and it's really cool. But where can it go? Haha! All right. We're gonna need to fill in something here. Here's another piece. Sleeper. This is silver. This isn't sterling though. This is 950 silver. So this is 95% instead of 92.5%. And the marking on this guy is extremely hard to see. I'll just open it up here. And I don't even know if I can show it on the camera. See right there underneath the top? There it is. There's your 950 mark. They sure made that obvious, didn't they? Which is why this was $1.99 at the thrift shop. But it's a big chunky thing that I think is going to do a nice job right there. Aha, yes. We are finally getting to a place where it looks like we have a real treasure hoard, I think. If you've been with me through all these videos, thank you for joining me on this. I'm actually enjoying this more than I anticipated. I didn't, instead of just going through and laying things out, actually talking about them has been fun. I like this piece too because it's just somebody went through and they braided silver. But you can see where some of it came up. So I think this might have been a project at the school at one point in the dark recesses of time. But again, it became another project because this was another piece that they fixed for me. And it's just cool. I just like what you can do with silver. And I like the look of it, which is why I thought it might fit in nicely somewhere here, just to give a little more texture. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. At this point, I'm going to pause and I'm going to rummage a little bit in my stuff because I think I need to find some more little bits of, what do we think, gold probably? All right, we have rummaged and we have some gold to liberally scatter about. I feel like something should go in here. Why don't we take, this is a little, I think it's a tennis diamond, tennis bracelet, and it's 10 karat. Got that at the Salvation Army for $10. Just kind of looks like any other little cheap bracelets, so sometimes those things go under the radar. But I think that snakes across there very nicely. Here's a nice little 14 karat little brooch. You can see that it is an older one by the latch, which also has the carat marking on it. So we're definitely looking at something that's very antique here, probably Victorian era, mid to late 1800s. And this is a 10 karat piece, or was it? No, excuse me, 14 karat. If we were to zoom in there, I think. I don't know if we can show it. Yep, 14 karat. But yeah, got that off of eBay. I paid a little more for this because I suspected it was gold. I think I paid like 15 or something like that for that. I ended up buying a few pieces. The seller was selling off some of his grandmother's stuff, and we talked about it. And I was actually messaged him, and I was clear that I thought it might be gold, but he was still cool with the price. And then ultimately ended up helping him with other pieces that he had of his family, so he got better prices for those. So I think it worked out for both of us. I was certainly pleased. This is definitely going to be a gift for one of my family members at some point here. We'll see which Christmas. I think right there. And I think that's going to need to get joined with this. This is definitely one of my better eBay finds. This is a key for the Ohio State, and I believe it was I want to say medical, the order of the, this order is, legal, lawyers, I think. But that 14K mark was not obvious to the seller. I actually got a bunch of gold out of that lot. So yeah, definitely look close at all of your pieces before you sell anything. Let's see, will that go in there? Fill out some gold, little bit of treasure there. Yeah, that looks like it's good. This is, I think this is Freemason, and I think it's, I want to say Order of the Jester, because we're definitely looking at a Jester here. And this one did actually turn out to be 10 karat gold. which I thought was pretty cool. Totally unmarked, but still 10 karat. And I wanted his little smiling face peeking out somewhere. Because I think, let's use, perfect. All right, let's continue. This is a Knights Templar, I think, Freemason watch fob. You find a lot of these that are gold fill. This particular one is actually solid, 10 karat. And this actually set me on kind of a bad path because I won this on eBay before I knew what these were. And it was just a terrible, terrible auction. And I ended up winning it for like 15 bucks or something. And then I got it and found out it's solid gold. And it's like, wow, these things are solid gold. And then pretty much everyone I've found since was not solid gold. So don't think that just because you get lucky once that every time you get something like that, you're going to be lucky. And I think we definitely need this one to rest right here. And then we're going to put this. So this is a medal for Improved Order of Red Men, which was a fraternal organization, much like, you know, the Masons or the Elks or whatever. Still is, I think. I don't know that there's many members left, but they're sort of they said they were sort of modeled after the Boston Tea Party. So if you look at their old pictures, they would dress up like well, as they called them, red men. Of course, being as it is an American fraternal organization from back when, you couldn't actually be a Native American to be a member, because yeah, that makes total sense. In any case, this particular one, I think was, and please, if somebody can tell me, presented to Charles E. Bickle, October 3rd, 1893. Now, the thing is that I think maybe this is a typo. When I looked this up, there was someone whose name was almost Charles E. Bickle, who was actually a very famous architect. And he designed a ton of buildings, and like an absurd amount of buildings. And I think maybe the engraver got his name wrong, but I don't know. It's definitely one of those things that I need to maybe do a little bit more digging on. But this one turned out to be 10 karat gold. So these things can be gold. Most of them are brass. Just so you know, when you're buying this kind of thing, most of these are brass. They're not necessarily going to be gold, even though this one actually is. And then, where should you go? I feel like, there we are. Yeah, I want you to fill in this blank spot right there. Yes. All right, do we have any more blank spots? I think we got one right there. And a little bit of gold for that. All right, let's grab a couple of these Greek pins, shall we? And we'll see if those can go into our little nooks and crannies, so that we are properly filled in and our intro looks right. There we go. And these things are great. They're all over the place. They're very rarely marked, or at least when I find them, they're very rarely marked with whatever gold content they are. And they're usually made out of like different pieces. Some of the pieces might be gold. There's gonna be all sorts of gems. There's no end to the variety of these things. I'd imagine that some people are pretty serious collectors. I'll have to do a video just on these at some point. Although, if I'm honest, I don't actually know as much about the pins themselves as I should. I'm still sort of in, how should I put it? I'm still sort of in a acquire gold mode. And the reason I grab them is because they're made out of gold, not so much that they are something that I necessarily know a lot about. The way I tend to collect is I tend to accumulate a lot of things, and then eventually I hit a point where I've learned enough through that accumulation that I specialize and actually decide what I like about what I'm doing in terms of that collecting. So far, the things that I find I'm really liking with the treasure is obviously pins. The pins have been a lot of fun. These Greek pins, I'm just piling up, and I'm going to eventually catalog them all and figure out what's what and sort out what information I can of them. And I'm really liking those, and I'm really liking the probably the silverware more than anything. I think largely because I can use it, and I really do like being able to use it. Which is, I think, why this, from the first video, this ruby pin here, or this ruby ring, is one of my favorites, because it's something I actually do enjoy using. All right, so with this, I believe that we are at a place that we have a very fine treasure pile. But that said, it just did occur to me that my treasure pile is not complete, because I have a couple more things that need to go on it. And I'm annoyed that I didn't remember them before now, but they do need to be on here. So we will find room for these objects. Okay, so what I'm doing right now off camera is I am pulling out a couple of my favorite things. This is a Omega Seamaster Deville. It needs the crown to be repaired. But I just love this watch. It's just right in so many different ways. And that just kills me. But the reason I bought this actually was because I loved it, one. And then the other reason I bought it was because it's gold. It's a 14 karat gold case, which I feel like anytime you're getting gold at below spot, in any form, you're doing well. And that is why I possess this particular watch. A, I love it, and B, it's made out of gold. So it is going to go right. It's going to cover up what we just did, isn't it? Of course it is. But that's okay. That's okay. And then the other one that I need to pull out here is my Rolex, my real Rolex. I have some fake Rolexes too, because there are a lot of fake Rolexes out there. But this particular one is a ladies' Rolex from the 1950s. And I bought this with a pile of other gold and silver at a garage sale for $7. And it is, in fact, a real 14 karat gold Rolex. And actually, when I spotted it, I spotted the latch and the chain. And I thought, oh, that's a little gold bracelet. Awesome. And then I discovered that it was attached to a Rolex, which is just, pretty awesome for $7. Now, the question is, where does our little treasure of a Rolex go? Where do you live? And I think you live right here. Haha! Perfect. Okay. We'll call it good at this point. I'm going to pause now. Oh, we don't need, those aren't treasure. Let's zoom in so we have the perfect framing. Perfect. Now I will go get my children, and we're going to do a little bit of recording for the introduction. Go ahead and say it.
Crow, dragon, pirate.
Can you say it, Fred?
No, I don't want to.
I need you to say it.
Dragon, pirate.
Can you say it loud?
Dragon, pirate.
Can you say it one more time?
Dragon, pirate.
Crow, dragon, pirate. Can you say it?
Dragon, pirate. Crow, dragon, pirate.
Can you both say it together on the count of 3? Crow, 1, 2, 3.
Crow, dragon, pirate.
All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Crow, dragon, pirate.
Can you say it one more time? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Crow, dragon, pirate.
Okay, let's say it a little quieter. 1, 2, 3.
Crow, dragon, pirate.
Can you say it?
Crow, dragon, pirate.
Okay, one more time. Crow, dragon, pirate.
Crow, dragon, pirate.
I think that's it. Good job. Thank you so much. And with that finishes off this video. I hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did. This stuff is fun. Treasure is fun. You know, the main thing that I'm hoping out of this channel is that people can actually use this information to go out and find themselves some treasure, because I've enjoyed it immensely, and I suspect most people will too. And if you can learn a little bit, this stuff is everywhere. Have yourself a great day.